चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नाम्ने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। जयतां सुरतो पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजौ राधा मदनमोहनो। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'm still not able to see some of you. I'll be happier to see all of you. So we are discussing from the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 8th chapter, and we have already begun the prayers to Queen Kunti. So that is a very beautiful section that we are going to begin today, and we'll focus to discuss the first three prayers. And what is the overall theme of this first, we can say 5 prayers, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yes, Kunti Maharani's prayers go on from 18th verse to shloka number 43. So this first 5 shlokas, right? So the five shlokas is something that we are going to see. Yes. And these 5 shlokas have a theme of Kunti Maharani just offering namaskar. She's offering her obeisances to Krishna. That is the theme. So 1, 2 and 3. 18, 19, 20. Offering obeisances to Krishna. And let us go ahead with our discussion. Because shloka number 18 is already discussed. Right? Shloka number 18 is already discussed. So we will not be going to the purport. But I'll just be running through a very beautiful commentary. And the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Acharya in this particular shloka is a conversation, an internal dialogue that's happening between Krishna and Mother Kunti. So it's very, very sweet discussion. So I request you all not to miss it and participate very enthusiastically. It's very sweet. So I'll just read the shloka. Kunti uvacha namasya purusham tvadyam ishwaram prakritehe param alakshayam sarva bhutanam antar bahiravastitam. Anyone would like to read the translation? Okay. Radhanath.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything. Yet, you are invisible to all. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So now what happens is Kunti Maharani understood everything that Krishna has done for her till now. And she could not tolerate that agitation in her heart. And what is that agitation? That agitation is that of respect. Kunti Maharani is an aunt of Krishna. But yet, she is feeling a great respect for Krishna. And she is not able to hold that respect. And it is coming out. And out of that respect, she starts to praise Krishna. Yes, to offer namaskar. So as soon as she starts offering namaskar to Krishna, Krishna immediately says, "Oh Bhua, oh aunt, I am your nephew. Why are you offering me respects?" That is when Kunti Maharani says, Namasye, I am offering you respects. Why? Because Purusham, you are the supreme personality of Godhead. That is why I am offering you respect. And Krishna says, of course, I am a man, Purusham. There is no doubt about it. Kunti Maharani says, Adyam, you are the first Purusha. Of course, even if you regard that my children are Purusha, you are the first Purusha. Adyam. Govindam Adi Purusham we say, right? Yes. And Krishna says, well, all bodies come and go. Bodies are absolutely, temporary, but the soul is Adya. So, in that sense, every soul is Adya. Every soul is original, right? So, this is Krishna's philosophy. But she says, you are not just another soul, Krishna, you are Ishvara. You are supreme controller. You control all the souls. You control the material nature. Then Krishna says, all right, you're calling me Ishvara, but if you look at the Swargaloka, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, Surya, they are also Ishvaras. You're getting it one by one. Namasya. If those of you want to keep that shloka in front of you, you can keep. That way, one word you'll be able to understand. Namasya, Purusham, Adyam, Ishwaram. So now here, she says that you are Prakriti Param. You are Prakriti Param. These Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, all these demigods you mentioned, they are under the material energy. That is why you are not just any ordinary controller or Ishvara, you are Prakriti Param. Yes. So now Krishna says, am I the Purusha within? Yes. Paramatma. She says, no. You are imperceptible. You cannot be seen, you cannot be perceived by anyone. Alakshayam. Paramatma, what happens is Paramatma is subject to revelation. Paramatma may reveal himself. To whom? Even to a yogi who is activated, his material intelligence is activated, he can be, he can see Paramatma. There are many yogis. Dhyana vastina tatgatena manasa pashyantiyam yogino. Then Krishna says, no, am I impersonal Brahman? Imperceptible Brahman? She says, no. You are situated internally and externally in both sense. So Brahman is usually, right? Brahman is a vague concept. But you are internally and externally situated. I've come to Antar Bahir Avastitam. So you are neither Brahman nor Paramatma. You are Bhagavan. So she makes it very clear. Yes. So this was a very beautiful dialogue that goes through. And we are not taking the purport because I guess Amit Thakur Prabhu has already covered it. But now what we are going to do is we are going to go to the next sloka. So next sloka, what is the link to the next sloka? Kunti Maharani, she said that Krishna is Antar Bahir Avistitam, he is inside and outside. In fact, Krishna is local and pervasive. That means Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. Although Krishna stays in one place in Golok Vrindavan, or he may be doing Leela in one place, as in this case he is doing his Leela in Kurukshetra. But at the same time, he is there in everybody's heart as Paramatma. He is there in everyone's atom as Sirojakshay Vishnu. But he reserves a right not to reveal himself. Yogis can see Paramatma, then Jnanis can perceive Brahman, but he is imperceptible. He has that right not to be exposed to those who are dash dash. Let's find out. So let's go to shloka number 19. Maya javanikachannam ajnanodhokshajam avyayam na lakshase mudadrisha nato natyadaro yata. Yes. Sham Sundar Prabhu, please read the translation.
Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are internally irreproachable, factor covered by the curtain of diluting energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So now you have a right not to be exposed to those who are not surrendered souls. And what is that which makes you imperceptible or people cannot perceive you because of that? That is a curtain. That's a curtain called Maya. Krishna's own Maya energy is that curtain that checks people from perceiving Krishna. And what does that Maya do? The Maya controls the limited vision of the conditioned soul who is not surrendered. Yeah. And that is what is being explained here. So there is an explanation. So we'll go to purport. Purport is a little longer and we request Her Grace Bhakti Sundari Mataji to begin, and there'll be many more devotees who will continue.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavats. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna affirms that less intelligent persons mistake him to be an ordinary man like us, and thus they deride him. The same is confirmed herein by Queen Kunti. The less intelligent persons are those who rebel against the authority of the Lord. Such persons are known as asuras. The asuras cannot recognize the Lord's authority. When the Lord himself appears amongst us as Ram, Narasimha, Varaha, or his original form as Krishna, he performs many wonderful acts which are humanly impossible. As we shall find in the 10th canto of this great literature, Lord Sri Krishna exhibited his humanly impossible activities even from the days of his lying on the lap of his mother. He killed the Putana, which, although she smeared her breast with poison just to kill the Lord sucked her breast like a natural baby, and he sucked out her very life also. Similarly, he lifted the Govardhan hill just as a boy picks up a frog's umbrella and stood several days continuously just to give protection to the residents of Vrindavan.
You can continue, Mataji. Yeah, you can complete this paragraph.
Okay.
The frog's umbrella
These
is
are
mushroom. Mushroom. Yeah.
okay. The frog's umbrella and stood several days continuously just to give protection to the residents of Vrindavan. These are some of the superhuman activities of the Lord described in the authoritative Vedic literatures like the Puranas, Itihasas, histories, and Upanishads. He has delivered wonderful instruction in the shape of the Bhagavad Gita. He has shown the marvelous capacities as a hero, as a householder, as a teacher, and as a renouncer. He is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by such authoritative personalities as Vyasa, Devala Asita Narada, Madhva, Shankara, Ramanuja, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and all other authorities of the line. He himself has declared as much in many places of the authentic literatures. And yet, there is a class of men with demoniac mentality who are always reluctant to accept the Lord as the supreme absolute truth. This is partially due to their poor fund of knowledge and partially due to their stubborn obstinacy, which results from various misdeeds in the past and present. Such persons could not recognize the Lord Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna, even when he was present before them. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Where is Nisha Prabhu's song? She had raised her hand. No? Okay. Raksha Mataji, you can continue. Another difficulty?
Hare Krishna Prabhupada. Another difficulty is that those who depend more on their imperfect sense cannot realize him as the Supreme Lord. Such persons are like the modern scientist. They want to know everything by their experimental knowledge. but it is not possible to know the Supreme Person by imperfect experimental knowledge. He is described herein as adhokshaja, or beyond the range of experimental knowledge. All our senses are imperfect. We claim to observe everything and anything, but we must admit that we can observe things under certain material condition only, which are also beyond our control. The Lord is beyond the observation of sense perception. Queen Kunti accepts this deficiency of the conditioned soul, especially of the woman class, who are less intelligent. For less intelligent man, there must be such things as temples, mosque, or church, so that they may begin to recognize the authorities of the Lord and hear about Him from authorities in such holy places. For
Thank you,
less in
Mataji.
for, yes, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Mataji, please continue. Okay, it's a small one, but no problem. You can complete it.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavad Pranam. For less intelligent men, this beginning of spiritual life is essential, and only foolish men decry the establishment of such places of worship, which are required to raise the standard of spiritual attributes for the mass of people. For less intelligent persons, bowing down before the authority of the Lord, as generally done in the temple, mosque, or church, is as beneficial as it is for the advanced devotee to meditate upon Him by active service. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Nice.
Krishna.
Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. So this Mam Namaskuru is performed very well. Okay, dear devotees. Now let us see what is the dialogue that's going on between Krishna and Kunti Maharani. So what is Kunti expressing in this verse? Kunti is saying that, Krishna, I am telling you are inside and outside. How come? Because I know very well how with your Sudarshan Chakra you protected my children, my 5 sons from the Brahmastra of Ashwatthama, and you also went inside the womb of Uttara and you destroyed that Brahmastra and protected Ashwatthama, protected Parikshit. The child he was not yet come out, he's not yet Parikshit, but yes, the child in the womb of Uttara. So thus, I am understanding that you're all pervading. You're inside also, you're outside. Externally, you protected us by being near us. Internally, you protected the child in the womb. So, should I understand you're all pervading? She is asking question to Krishna. Yes. Yes, yes. I do not know. I'm not so very clear. But still, I am not clear because one may say, Krishna may say, why you are not so very clear with the philosophy? I'm inside or outside? Kunti Maharani says, because there is Maya Javanika Channam. You have a curtain of Maya. Javanika is curtain. That curtain of Maya is covering my knowledge, because of which I am not able to clearly understand you're inside, outside, where you are. Krishna says, oh, really? Then if there is a curtain of Maya that is covering your vision, then I am also covered by Maya, right? No, no, no. Kunti Maharani says it's actually like a fool. Only a fool will think that clouds cover the sun. You're the sun. And clouds are also produced by the sun. So similarly, it's your Maya that's blocking my vision. Yes, you are beyond sense. You are beyond sense perception. Adhokshaja. Adaha akshaja. Beyond the perception of mundane material senses. This is a very important word. Even to define bhakti, Suta Goswami uses this word adhokshaja. Yes? What does he say? Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaja. Ahaituki apratihata yatmasu prasidati. So there he is addressing Krishna as adhokshaja, one who is beyond the knowledge of sense perception. Akshajam jnanam adaha. Akshajam jnanam means sensory knowledge. Adaha means, yeah, your sensory knowledge is situated below you. That is Akshajam jnanam adaha. So Kunti Maharani is admitting that just like a fool is not able to get knowledge, I am not very intelligent to get knowledge about you. Yeah. So despicable people like me cannot know you. And you remain unaffected by Maya. That's why you are Avyayam. Avyaya Purusha means one who is beyond. He is indestructible. He is supreme. That is Avyaya. You are beyond all this materialism. But Krishna says, but oh Bhua, oh aunt, you are seeing me directly. You are seeing me directly and you are praising me directly. and you know that I am beyond Prakriti, previous verse, then why do you criticize yourself as being ignorant? See, you're able to see, you're able to have my darshan. And you're not just having darshan with senses. There are many people like Duryodhan, Dushasan, Shakuni. None of them could understand me, although they were standing right in front of me. But you are looking at me, having my darshan, and you have knowledge that I am Ishwaram Prakritim Param. Then why are you criticizing yourself as ignorant? Now Kunti Maharani sees something very beautiful. Yes, Krishna, I am able to see. I am able to see you. I am able to see all of your wonderful Leela. Your Leela, O Krishna, is like a dancer performing a dance. Is there anyone who knows dancing here? You have learnt proper? Not dancing in Kirtan. Dancing in Kirtan doesn't require any kind of skills. Okay. Trained dancer, Kathak, Bharatnatyam. Anybody? Kuchipudi? No? Okay. There's nobody here. Oh, no problem. No problem. No, it is not disqualification. I'm just asking. So in dancing, there are different. There is sometimes Dasavatara dance, or they do dance on Jagannath Ashtakam. Some of the Vaishnavis do dancing on Mohini Atam. Now suppose there is a person who doesn't have any idea what is Mohini Atam. Mohini Atam is how wonderfully Krishna comes as Mohini. He bewilders the asuras, takes the pot of nectar and very intelligently distributes to the demigods and he leaves. That is Mohini Atam. But suppose somebody doesn't know this pastime. He is watching the dance. And usually this kind of songs are in Tamil. You know, Tamil songs. With all that music and all. Nadaswaram, Gatakam, all these things, Tabla. They are all there. So it is like that. And this person has no knowledge of classical music. He has no knowledge of this thing, but he is looking at the dance. What he will look? He will look at that, okay, this girl is very beautiful, nice. I will look at her. Nice, beautiful girl. That's the maximum thing he can look at. But he will not be able to understand the Mohini Atam. Okay, now Mohini has come. The Asuras, they are churning the ocean. Now Mohini has come. She is bewildering the Asuras. She is taking the pot of nectar. So nothing you will be able to understand. You will only be standing there. Okay, girl is beautiful, and I think she is getting angry now at me. Maybe I'm watching her. She's got angry. No. Now she's smiling. I think she likes me. So this person will behave totally like a fool, right? So although I am able to see you, Krishna, I am able to see your dancing. Natasya, Natya, Tatodhara, I am able to see your dancing, but I am like that ignorant person who do not know the pastime. So I am like that fool who doesn't know the science behind the dance, the mudras, and etc. Yeah, I don't know that. Correct. So, yeah. So many pastimes you have done, Krishna. I am not able to understand that because I just saw it. I saw you promised not to use weapons, but you used weapons. You promised you will protect Dharma, but what about Bhishma and other good souls who are there on the other sides? I am not able to understand, Krishna, why you did this. You said you are most affectionate to your devotees, especially to your sisters, Draupadi and Subhadra. But then, how come you allowed their children to be killed? Yes. So, in fact, all I want, especially people ask this question, why did Abhimanyu die? Krishna could have saved Abhimanyu. Prabhu, people have a lot of affection for this. Abhimanyu was a student of Krishna and he died. You let him die, Krishna? So, Kunti Maharani is also similarly having all these doubts in her mind. When then she says that I do not know the truth about your pastime. I am simply watching your pastime. I don't know Tattvataha. I don't know the truth. And that's why I'm saying I'm ignorant. So, Kunti Maharani is trying to bring this theme of Avajananti Mam Mudaha, Manushim Tanumashruta. People may even look at Krishna, see Krishna, but they may think him as an ordinary person. Very unfortunate. So till the time one does not receive knowledge from Tattvadarshi, in fact the cream verse of Bhagavad Gita is Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. One has to be a Tattvadarshi. One has to know from Tattvadarshi and become a Tattvadarshi. So unless we understand these tattvas, from the Tattvadarshi, it's not going to make any sense. We'll not understand this pastimes. We'll only get bewildered. Why did Lord Ram leave Sita? Okay, why did Sita have to undergo this Agni Pariksha? So people ask all these questions because they've not heard from Tattvadarshi. They've only seen it in movies and TV serials. And there, those people add a lot of anything to increase their TRP, they will put masala, and their goal is to get maximum money out of it. They don't have any other goal. So they're just using religious sentiments of people to show that. So any Shastra for that matter has to be studied under Guru. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, if we think we can read on our own, it's a big problem. There are many people, even in the past, in our own movement, who have tried to read the Shastras on their own. And they've come to a conclusion. You know what conclusion they came? Oh, Prabhupada only gave us basic knowledge. We know now more than Prabhupada. So we will start our own society for Krishna consciousness. So once there was a devotee who was away for a long time. We met him in one dham. I said, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, you've been gone for a long time. What are you doing right now? He said, I am the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Bapre. And he gave another acronym for ISKCON, but he told, I am the founder Acharya of ISKCON. So that devotee, he did some Sanskrit tuition classes, learned some Sanskrit, and started to study some exalted Shastras on his own, and came to this conclusion that I know more than Prabhupada. So I am the founder Acharya of ISKCON. So like such kind of diseases will come in. Or one may get thoroughly bewildered. Like Tapan Mishra, Bahu Shastra, Bahu Vakya, Chitta Haya Brahma. He became totally bewildered. Chitta Haya Brahma. His Chitta became bewildered because of studying too much. But Tapan Mishra is the father of Radhanath Bhatta Goswami. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to Banga. Banga is Bangladesh today. And there he initiates Tapan Mishra in Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Teaches him properly what is sadhana, what is sadhya. Sadhana is chanting Hare Krishna and sadhya is Krishna Prema. Very clearly gives him this knowledge. So the point is, we cannot understand Shastras without hearing it from the Tattvadarshi. So that's very important. Bhagavata Porigya, Bhagavat Stane. So who are the people who cannot understand Krishna at all? These are the people who have demoniac mentality. Demoniac mentality, they want to rebel against the Lord. They don't want to accept the authority of Lord. Such people are asuras. So this mentality will never ever help us. And this demonic mentality, unfortunately, is present in all of us also. So what is the hope? So I was just giving a class in the Bhakti Sangha Japa group about this 8th canto, 22nd chapter, verse number 36. Beautiful slow, beautiful purport point for Prabhupada. He says that demoniac mentality can be curbed by discussing Krishna Katha in association of devotees. And Prabhupada quotes that Satang Prasangan Mama Virya Samvidam Bhavantirit Karna Bhava Rasayana Katha. So how can one begin to understand Krishna's supremacy? One can see the Alaukika Leela. Leela is pastime. So Krishna is Laukik Leela, which can be imitated even by people of this world. Alaukik Leela is that which cannot be imitated by anybody. So Putana, killing of Putana, lifting of Govardhan, yes, and reciting Bhagavad Gita. He was a first-class householder. He was such a hero. He was an exalted teacher, yet renounced by becoming Parthasarthi. You can do all this. So whom should we understand all these Leelas from? All these Alaukik Leelas, Laukik Leelas, whatever. We have to be understanding from authorities. Asito, Devalo, Vyasa, Madhva, Shankara. Unless we understand from authorities, we cannot actually understand Krishna. So, but why demoniac people cannot understand? Because demoniac people have this Dr. Frog mentality. They want to use their own brain. This is second category of demoniac mentality. These are dangerous people. The first category of people who are demoniac in sense they don't want to accept Krishna as authority. They can get purified in association. But these people are even more dangerous. They need more association, more exalted association. They want to fit an elephant in a plate. And others, they have Dr. Frog. They will measure the Atlantic Ocean with their own brain. How big is Atlantic Ocean? The size of this well? Double the size? Triple the size? Yeah, that's how they want it. But material subject matters, we can put effort and learn. But spiritual subject matters, it's all about grace. And that grace comes when we do Shravanam from Guru. And Prabhupada also writes, so that is why initially, such kind of people who are like frog mentality people, what is the hope for them? The hope for such people is there is need of temple. Yeah, they need a temple, they need a space like that. Yesterday something very amazing happened, you know. I was in the elevator. I went inside the elevator. There was one African Canadian inside. So that fellow saw me. Are you a monk? I said, yes. You look like a monk. It means you have no anxieties? I said, no. Wow, man, you're sick. Okay, you're sick means not you're sick. You're sick here means you're good. He said, how can I sign up? I also want to be a monk. Wow, very nice. Immediately, I said, preaching here is so easy. You just go in the elevators, you'll find people, smile at them, and they'll say you're a monk. Similarly, I met a person, I met a Greek couple. They were also very interested looking at the attire. Oh, you're a monk? Very nice. What do you do? People have desire. The other time, there was a person who was painting the passage. So such a person also asked, hey, what are you doing here? Where are you? Etc. Yes. So all these people just introduce them to the space. At least they come to that space, the ashram or the temple. They come to that particular space and then they kind of, oh, this is very nice. We like it. We want. So this, once they come there and they offer obeisances, we had organized a meditation party. And in the meditation party, we just put it on a meetup. It's called a meetup app, which tells you where this party is happening. So we just showed that, and there were uh, two ladies who came, and everybody was off. Now they came during Gaur Aarti time. They came early. After Gaur Aarti, usually you have meditation party. So everyone now we have Prem Dhwani prayers, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramam. So they also offered obeisances. In Prem, they saw everyone is offering. They also offered obeisances. Jai Namaskuru. Then I asked you, have you been to ISKCON temple before? They said no. What is ISKCON temple? They don't even know what is ISKCON temple. They just came to the space for meditation party. Another time we had this meditation party, there was one girl who came in Indian attire. She learned how to wear a sari and she came. I thought she must be connected already. Which temple you're connected from? She said, what temple connection? No. So that, but I knew this is a Hindu space, so I wanted to respect this culture, so I came inside. How nice. And she came with tilak also. Not this tilak, but another kind of tilak. Her name is Grace. Wow, so amazing. So I like, look at Lord's grace. Just by, having this temple space, so many people can come and benefit. So how can we women hope to see you the object of bhakti? You are actually the object of bhakti, but how can we see you? That particular part is discussed in the next verse. I don't know how much time we get. We have another 10 minutes. We'll go ahead with the 10 minutes and I have a hard stop at my 7 a.m. I have a hard stop. But nevertheless, we will read. I can do one thing. I can summarize the purport and we can read the purport later. Tata paramahamsanam muninam amalatmanam bhakti yoga vidhanartam katam pashyema hi striyah. Who is left for reading? Riya Mataji, you can read. You're not read. Read the translation, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How, then, can we women know you perfectly?
Yes. Thank you. So Kunti Maharani says that I do not know you, and then he says, what is my hope for knowing you? Yes, what is my hope for knowing you? I am just a hopeless woman. That's it. You are subject matter. Even the great Paramahamsas, they cannot know you. Who do they actually worship you by remembering your sweet pastimes, but they do not know the truth behind the pastimes. They don't know the intricacies of your pastimes. They just know your pastimes. Yes, that is why who is a good kathakar? Who can give? Kathakar is not one who can narrate the pastime colorfully, but he will bring out good lessons and also explain the intricacies. Such a person is a good kathakar. Why this is happening, why that is happening. So similarly, when we speak Bhagavatam, we have to explain the intricacies, the depth of the Bhagavatam, and Acharyas only can give us that. You are meant. So Paramahamsas are those who meditate on Krishna's pastimes, but necessarily they may not know the intricacies of his pastimes. Amalatmanas, they are the ones who are free from the three modes. They are liberated souls. They are Jivan Muktas. So how can you be seen who are the object of Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartham? You are the object of Bhakti Yoga practice. So how can? So who cannot have access to Krishna? So the second category of people, now previously we saw two categories. Number one, he is a demoniac, atheist, asura. Number two, who cannot have access to Krishna are the ones who are logicians. They want to apply their own material intelligence. The third kind of people who don't have access to Krishna are those who are liberated souls, having the greatest jnana, but they don't have the mercy. They don't have mercy of a bona fide spiritual master. So this is the third category of people who cannot know Krishna. And women in general, they cannot speculate like the Gyanis. They cannot do this kind of speculation. But Prabhupada says they have a blessing. The great blessing that women have are they at once have a faith in superiority and greatness of Krishna. And thus they offer pranams. I just gave example of the three ladies. They were all ladies. I've met even men. But men, we have to give them a lot of rationale and logic. That's there. But ladies, they just come and offer obeisances. Even when you look at programs, there are more and more Vaishnavis. Even if you look at this Zoom room right now, yes, I'm able to see the names. There are Vaishnavas. But the count of Vaishnavis, they always outnumber. In fact, many times brahmacharis are told, when you're going for physical programs, at least in the ashram where I was trained before, they say ensure there is a population of at least 30% men. We have been told like that. Which means what? Which means maximum who come are ladies to the program because they have that natural faith. Yeah, they have that natural faith. So similarly, Lord, now here in the purport, Prabhupada mentions, actually I request you all to please read it. He mentions about a verse about something called sincerity of purpose. Krishna doesn't favor unless you get mercy. That's why women get mercy, because they have that sincerity of purpose many times. On the other hand, great philosophers may not have that. They may be insincere religious fervor. They may not have sincerity of purpose. So that brings us to the last part of our discussion, that bhakti is all about intention. Krishna is not seeing the content that you perform. Yes, number of rounds that you did, volume of seva that you performed. Yes, how many books you have read. It's important to do this. But it's not just the content that is important, intent is also important. Yes. Why are we chanting? Why are we hearing? Actually, this is the way of our expressions of our heart to Krishna. But it can be done with wrong intention. Sincerity of what is insincerity? Which blocks bhakti? Wrong intentions. Somebody may chant to get material benefits. I want job, I want visa, I want money, marriage, relief from problems. Material benefits. Number two, somebody can chant to gratify their own ego. Oh, if I chant nicely sitting erect, everyone's watching me, they will all believe that I am a serious devotee. I am a good chanter, I am a good scholar of Bhagavatam, I can recite many shlokas. Ego gratification. People may even chant out of social pressure. That's another reason people chant. Social pressure. Oh, if I don't do bhakti, people may think I'm odd man out. I don't want to be odd man out here. So I have social pressure. I'll also put my hand in bead bag and chant. Some people may just have a mechanical habit chanting. Just finish it off in morning and tick box. It's called tick box chanting. Then there's competitive devotion. Oh, I will compare my chanting. I don't sleep. That guy sleeps. I know more. He does not. I do more service. Yeah, he does less. Then there is fear-based bhakti. Oh, if I don't chant, I will get punished. All diseases will come. All problems will come back. No, I have to chant. So these intentions are something which are not exactly the intentions which are pleasing to Krishna or which can attract Krishna's grace. then what are those right intentions which attract Krishna's mercy? Number one, when one is right in the beginning, setting the very purpose for which we are doing this activity. I just want to attain Krishna. I want to please Krishna. That's my only intent to do this, not for any other result. Number two, one can say, yes, I have a lot of anarthas and I don't want to perform bhakti with anarthas. So Krishna, just remove my anarthas and I can practice bhakti without my ego, lust, anger, selfishness. Please purify me. The third is there is a desire for connection. Krishna, I want to feel connected to you. I want your presence. I want to always remember you. I want to never forget you. That's the purpose of all rules and regulations. Desiring for connection. Next is desiring for service. Let me hear the holy name and develop the service attitude. Let me hear Bhagavatam and develop service attitude. Chanting in a humble mood. I cannot do bhakti at all. Bhakti is Krishna. You have to bless me. And finally, just being grateful. Krishna, thank you for appearing as your holy name so that we can connect. Thank you for appearing as Bhagavatam. Puranarko adhunodita. Let me just be with you. So it's not about how loudly you chant, how much you know, how many verses you quote, how many services that you do. It's about what is the state of your heart. Yes, the intention should be to please Krishna, to purify ourselves, to serve devotees, and to eventually deepen our love for Krishna. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all very much. We'll close here, and whatever questions, we will have it tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari Bol. I like to thank each and every one of you who have come here to this room. I can see such lovely people who have come, but also try to switch on your videos next time. Okay? Hare Krishna. See you all. Hari Bol.